So, I'm sure most of you have seen this or aware of this situation with Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson, an MMA fighter, a streamer. I mean, let's be honest, this is all over YouTube today. Like, this is the biggest story in MMA, even surpassing the fights in Shanghai. So, I just wanted to hop on here, give my take on this whole situation, and just, talk about this insane like behavior from Raja Jackson. Like, this is not a normal human being. So let's back up a bit. Let's talk about what all led up to this. Raja Jackson, apparently he's a big or not WWE, big pro wrestling fan. So he's streaming on a platform called Kick, right? He's there. Let's start where he's kind of in the back area where the wrestlers, it's kind of their designated area where they're just hanging out, shooting the shit between shows or before the show, right? So he shows up, comes face to face with this guy called Psycho Stan, I believe, something like that. Ex-military guy. He's spoken about how he has PTSD, and this kind of gave him purpose in life after he got out of the war because he felt lost. So he meets this guy, and they come face to face, and just to preface, I'm not going to show the footage of all this stuff. It's just too violent for YouTube. I'm not trying to be that guy that gets in trouble on YouTube, especially having a newer channel. You can find this video elsewhere with people that are willing to show it. But he meets this guy face to face. This guy cracks what looks like a fake prop can over the side of Raja's head. Raja doesn't like it. And and the fact that he got pissed at that is totally warranted. We'd all be pissed about that, right? We'd all be mad if somebody just randomly cracked a can over our head and was up in our face, right? And I get it. Raja's one of those dudes that's like, I'm not that one. He has that I'm not the one type of energy. We all have had friends like that. We've all known people like that. Like, that's the dude you don't fuck with. That's the dude that he doesn't joke around. He doesn't fucking play. Like, you try to mess with him, it's gonna end bad, right? Totally would have been all right if he would have socked him in the face right then and there, right? Totally would have been cool. Would have even been cool if when they got in the ring, he, you know, maybe landed his shot. He got his get back that they had staged for Raja, and that would have been the end of it, right? So after that, this dude who had cracked the can over his head, Psycho Stan, dude, he apologizes like 3 times. He's like, shit, man, I didn't know you weren't another pro wrestler. I didn't know you were in the show. I thought you were another worker. He apologizes. He clearly feels bad about it. And like he's still like willing to they're willing to set up a stage thing for Raja where Raja comes in, tackles him, maybe lands a fake punch, and then that's the end of it. Decent scripted scene, right? Raja's cool with it. Raja shakes hands with him and is like, I get it, dude. Hey, cool. All's forgiven, right? All's good. So it comes time, for the show. Like Raja's sitting in a chair on the side, talking to his chat on, I'm assuming, the Kick platform. And this whole time they're goating this guy on. They're like, hey, dude, you're a pussy. Can't believe you let that dude punk you like that. And this is the problem. This is the problem with these big communities these guys build, right? Is you get these fucking lowlifes. Come on, let's be honest. Like, you look at most of these guys' streams, especially ISO show speed, you look at the people in his chat, we're talking the lowest form of humans, right? So of course these guys are trying to egg him on, trying to get him to do something. He's getting a little bit irritated. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do it, chat. I'm not capping at all. I'm gonna hurt this guy. Literally, they have this guy on the stream footage. It's everywhere of him saying, I am going to punch that. They want me to stick to the script. Fuck that. I'm going to punch him until they pull me off. Right there. So he gets his shot. He slides into the ring, picks up Psycho Stan, slams him on his head, and he's out. He's out. I've been slammed on my head. I can tell you that will change your outlook pretty fucking quick on life. He was out. I've been knocked out by a slam. It's fucking brutal. I could not imagine someone standing over me doing what he did to Psycho Stan. Right? So he slams him, knocks him out. Right then and there, he's out. He's on cloud nine. He's taking a nap. He then proceeds to get on top of him, and I don't know the exact number of strikes, but I've heard upwards of like 22 like unanswered strikes on this dude, and he's just wailing on him, right? He's just wailing on him at this point. It gets to a point where one of the guys tries to like casually, push him off or pull him off. He shrugs that guy off and then literally like continues to work, and he's going even faster now with the punches, right? He's even faster now with it until it gets to a point where like this big dude has to come in and tackle him off, and then everybody rushes him into the corner and kind of pins him in there to hold him back. It all ends. Psycho stands covered in blood. I mean, dude, that was. Let's just call it what it is, man. Like, that is some fucking animalistic behavior. Like, that is not normal human behavior, right? And I'm seeing a lot of people trying to point the blame at, oh, the promotion should have never let him in there. Oh, well, it's their fault. It's Rampage's fault. Dude, shut the fuck up. This is a 25-year-old man. I don't want to hear that shit. This is a 25-year-old man, right? You want to blame the promotion? Dude, you know what happens when they bring in untrained guys? There's this argument, oh, well, you should have never had an untrained guy without proper training in there with him. Shame on you, Shame on you for this happening. Dude, you know what happens when they bring in untrained people to train with these guys? Usually it ends in like an injury, right? Like they'll pop a guy's knee out, like especially in like a UFC fight. You're sparring with the wrong guy, an untrained amateur off the streets. He'll usually hurt you. He'll injure your leg, might give you a cut above the, a nasty cut in your training camp. Shit like that. Minor shit, right? Like they might injure you, but they're not like literally trying to fucking kill you. You look at the ferocity that this dude was just attacking Psycho Stan with, like 100%. If this would not have been in a crowded area with other people watching who had to fucking intervene to get this psycho off of him, this dude's catching a body. Psycho Stan is no more. That's it. He would have 100% killed him, and that's all there is to it. This dude, like, there is something wrong with this guy, right? This is not what happens when you bring untrained people in. They don't try to physically kill somebody. They don't try to beat someone within an inch of their life, right? 100% he was trying to end this man's life. Like, this was some shit out of a movie. When you see like the crazy like drug lord off of like Breaking Bad or one of these other shows just like lose their shit and get on top of somebody and completely just smash their face in, and everybody's like I couldn't imagine how everybody else was feeling, like, or how his friends were feeling sitting there watching this guy do that, because like we've all seen crazy shit in our life, and it like you almost freeze for a moment. So like the fact that they didn't all rush in, I think it was due to sheer shock that this shit was happening, because like it turned into, oh fuck, he knocked it. Oh, looks like he knocked him out. Oh wait, what's going on now? He's wailing on him. He's wailing on an unconscious dude with full, like, I mean, he's cocking back in this picture, dude. Like, he's seriously like like I've never seen somebody have this kind of reaction to being cracked on the head. Now, if he would have just punched him right then and there, cool, right? Maybe, even if he slammed him, it's like, all right, well, that's still kind of fucked up. You knocked him out, but if he would have just got off him and been like, oh shit, well, that's what you get. It wouldn't have been as bad. It still would have been like, damn, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Like we're past that, right? There's no excuse for this kind of behavior. This is not how human beings deal with conflict in their life. We've all been pissed off at somebody. We've all had people up in our face, wanted to do something. Maybe you've even done something like hit somebody. I promise you, most normal human beings are not smashing a guy, an unconscious dude, on a canvas and having to be pulled off by 5 different people. Like, that's animalistic fucking behavior, dude. Like, and I'm seeing people kind of like mad at Rampage about it, and it's like, dude, what the fuck does Rampage have to do with this? I think people want to talk about his upbringing. Everybody wants something to fucking blame in this day and age, right? They all want to point the finger. It's the promotion's fault. for putting an untrained guy in there who couldn't really stick to the script. Oh, it's Rampage's fault for bad parenting. Dude, this is not bad parenting. This is some mental health shit. Like, this is just pure mental problems here. Like, I don't care how bad your upbringing was. You're not trying to literally kill somebody in a wrestling ring with kids there, dude. There was kids there. This guy didn't give a shit. Like, he was ready to end it. He was ready to end this dude's life right then and there. Right then and there. And then it's like, you look at the aftermath of this, right? You look at the aftermath. I mean, at this point, like, dude, you're done. You're going to jail. You're getting locked up. You do not need to be out on the streets. And especially the way he acted afterwards when they had a video of him walking down the street screaming like, I'm tired of people talking shit, calling me a bitch. I'm tired of this. I'm going to stand up for myself. No remorse whatsoever for literally almost killing a guy. I mean, and at that point, for all we know, that guy could have been dead. That guy could have been dead. It took them, like, they had to rush him to the fucking hospital. Like, this guy was not moving. They couldn't wake him up. He was covered in blood, and this dude's walking down the street. Like, this guy just beat somebody within an inch of their life. And, like, is still fucking angry, screaming in the streets, right? One of the other wrestlers came after him to try to get him to stay and was, like, trying to fight him, and he's screaming at them. He's like, you can't do shit to me. You can't do shit to me. After you just beat someone within an inch of their life, you're still that worked up and that angry. There's no remorse. Shortly after, there's like a brief clip of him talking on the phone to, I don't know if it was one of the guys who worked for the promotion, one of his boys. I don't know, but he's like, dude, you didn't have to take it there. You didn't have to flatline this guy. You didn't have to try to beat him within an inch of his life. My bad. That was Raj's response. My bad. Dude, there's no remorse. Like, this guy's a loose cannon. He's a danger to society. You have to lock him up. You have to lock him up. And it's like, dude, and I'm seeing some crazy I mean, most people I feel like are pretty united on this whole situation. Like, this is a guy who needs to be locked up. What he did was despicable. It was ugly. It was animalistic. It was like, dude, I couldn't imagine that I could not imagine. I don't think the people in the crowd knew what the fuck was going on. Imagine being that dude's friends, that dude's coworkers, and watching what's the horror that's unfolding in front of your face. Like, that's some crazy shit. And most people, I feel like, are united. But some of these people, I'm seeing some of these comments like, well, should have known what would happen. That's what happens when you mess with a trained MMA fighter. Dude, you need to have all your commenting privileges removed from social media. You need to be removed from social media, period. You do not get to interact with normal human beings. You piece of garbage. I'm sorry. You do not get to interact with normal human beings at this point. Just like Raja. This dude needs to be locked up. Fuck therapy. There's no therapy for this guy. I know there's going to be that crowd out there that's like, dude, we need to be supporting him. He's hurting mentally. Nah. There's nah. I get it. Having the ability to look at things kind of like outside the box, outside the situation, from a different perspective, I get it. That's part of growth as a human being. Not with this one, dude. Not with this one. Not with all this. You know, I've been seeing people out there saying, well, you need to show the full story. Like, what happened before that? We've seen what's happened. Multiple people have shared it on their YouTube channel. We've seen what's happened. We can all agree that, what that Psycho Stand guy did with the can was out of line. Probably didn't deserve to be smacked. But, dude, he didn't deserve to fucking have somebody literally try to kill him in the cage. Or in the ring, sorry. Like, crazy behavior, man. Like, you just don't see people like this very often. Like, this is not a normal human being. This is a guy that's going to eventually kill somebody if you let him keep walking the streets. Man, on a side note, I feel bad for Rampage, man. Like, imagine being in that situation, being famous, having a reputation, and your son is literally on video, all plastered across social media, everywhere. Literally trying to fucking kill somebody in a wrestling ring. Like, he has to respond. That's his kid. He has to respond. Being a public figure, being the man he is in MMA, he has to respond. Right? It's like, you got all these people blaming him, acting like he's a bad father and yada, yada, yada. Look, Rampage was crazy in his day. Crazy. RIP that door on The Ultimate Fighter. He was crazy. There was a lot of shit about him, like, being pissed off when he lost the belt, ramming his car into shit, just going off the rails, right? I promise you, he would never do this shit to somebody. Never do this shit to somebody. Especially, you look at when he knocked out, like, Ricardo Arona with the slam. Before, I mean, he got a couple more in. Ref called it. Boom. He was off. He was off. He was celebrating. He would never do some shit like this. So I don't want to fucking hear about Rampage. Dude's in a tough position, man. Like, on one end, it's like you have to protect your reputation, right? You have to. You have to address this. You have to come out. You're going to be ridiculed. People are going to blame you. People are going to say you're a bad father. It's your fault that Raja did this. But on the same hand, he cares about Raja. That's his son, right? And it's like he wants. Like, imagine how tough that is on him, knowing his son is going to go away for a long time. I don't know exactly what they're going to give him. Bro, lock him up and throw away the key. Seriously, like that was some of the craziest shit I've ever seen someone react to a situation that, yeah, you're right to be angry, but to take it to that level, I mean, this is beyond anger. This is psychotic behavior. Psychotic behavior. So, yeah, again, like, footage is everywhere. You can find it in other videos. I just wanted to kind of get on here, talk about this, how fucking crazy this is. Like, dude, we have to condemn this kind of behavior. And I feel like most people, there's still hope in the world. Most people I see on social media are like, dude, lock him up. That was fucked up. That's like inhuman what he did, bro. Like, that shit was inhuman. Seriously. Like, that was cold fucking blooded. That was a fucking, like, a lion attacking its prey. Like, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no restraint whatsoever. There's no restraint. Like, we have to, like, think of the fact of, like, he would have killed this dude if there would have been nobody around. If they're in a back room, if they're in a dark alley, this dude is history. He's a dead body. His face is smashed in. People are probably finding him the next day or a few hours later with his fucking face smashed in. Like, that's the kind of person we're dealing with here. That's the kind of person we're dealing with. Like, it's like you almost wonder if he's kind of shown spouts of this in the past, like around Rampage or other people. Like, I don't know, man. Like, seriously, crazy work. This was too wild not to jump on and cover. Again, like, if you want to go watch the video of this, like, it's brutal, it's violent. That's why I didn't want to share it on my channel. I'm not trying to get in trouble with YouTube. I know they have kind of a strict policy against violence, and I mean, dude, this shit is fucking ruthless. So, just wanted to jump on here and talk about this real quick, give my thoughts on it. Yeah, like, most of the world's united on this. Most people want to condemn him. There are those few psychotic motherfuckers out there who says, oh, that's what you get for messing with an MMA fighter. Dude, crawl back in whatever fucking hellhole you came from. The world's better off without you kind of people. You suck. You suck. All right, well, that's all I got for this video. Yeah, see ya.